smooth sailing, or will this Leomord pick not work out? Now, if you guys are questioning the Leomord, don't. Carl is good on the Leomord, all right? This ain't a fan. I'm joking. But, again, it is a pick that is technically off meta, but we have seen it in Malaysia. Skies was able to pull off a 1v5 with this pick against BTRM. So it's not crazy. It's not that crazy. And they are horses, so, you know, the cavalry. They like riding horses.
Can you do a horse impression?
That's the best I can do. Can you do a horse impression? Yeah.
Is that you heard that. But yeah, TLPH finally putting the horse to work off the stables and into the land of dawn. But the question now is, TLPH, is their CC gonna be enough? Because the only heart lock CC they have is gonna be that Holy Baptism. And maybe the Terrify too from the Valentina, but you know, it's gonna be very hard to execute. But let's see, Valentina and the Rafaela. So it's not gonna be a Lilia Rafaela lane. It's gonna be the Valentina up against the Lilia. Game 3 though, TLPH against BTRP. Will this be in record the fastest STM? Or will TLPH be striked back upon by BTRP? The Leomord pathing quickly up to the orange buff. It's the classic jungle path he would take. But there is gonna be the Lethal Wanderer secured by Van. But look at Van's name though.
Yeah,
Van
look at
Van's
Van's
name.
name. Yo.
Okay.
Van knows ball, bro. Van knows ball. He's trying to get into the he's trying to get into the mind of Carl Tizzy. Van better than Carl Tizzy. Chat, type 1 if you agree. Type 2 if you think double agree, because that's the only answer. Look. No way. A gank already on Teddy Cutie. Teddy tries to flicker in forward. Van might get first. Yo, Kelra just walked up there. That's insanely greedy. He truly is better than Carl Tizzy. Look at him. He's picking up first blood already. Respawn, though. Teddy gets back. Chessman's already pathing into the bottom lane now.
Emblem built by Aura Store. Nothing in particular. Maybe the Master Assassin by the Clint, knowing full well he wants to win the lane against the Moskov, against Kelra. And Kelra goes for the Bargain Hunter. As usual, the classic pickup. And you know you want to get your items quickly. A bit buffering on my side here, the clean feed. But we're back in action. As we do see that potential of invades and just disrupting the enemy jungler is just so strong, knowing that you have a healer behind you, knowing full well if you die, quick resurrection, coming back to lane in the nick of time will always be available. Egatizi flickering forward, there goes the Phantom Steed, and the Retribution is very good from Chessman. And the Terrify connects onto Luke. He wants to run away, and he has to run away, but the stronger mount is the horse. What is a dinosaur compared to a horse?
And what is Van compared to Carl Tizzy? Bro, he's all hype. This guy's dog shit. He lost that time. I'm joking, by the way. But Carl Tizzy did win out the retreat. Got a kill as well. Bro, schooling Van. Aside from that gank on Teddy QT.
School.
God damn, school right now. Ongwei Sheng as well doing a good job in this lane with the Valentina. Luke in the bottom lane getting gapped as well by Mr. Bobman. Kelra at least is still able to survive quite a bit here up top, even though it's a winning matchup for Teddy. That gank put him in a good position. Van going for the Lethal Wanderer. Chessman jumping in, getting a quick shank. Now the Holy Baptism lands on Egatizi. Chessman's on the horse. He's trying to get... Oh, he hit the fucking wall. Kelra gets a pick up on Teddy. Ega's very low. Ongwei Sheng with the flickering forward. Kelra jumps in as well, but now he's going to get caught. Holy healing, saving him for a bit. Van walking past Roundel. Flickering in, finding the kill. Now Van takes away a camp from Chessman.
Oh wow, Roundel finally the first kill of his entire STM debut in the series. At least they were able to go back and forth. BTRP still with the kill lead. But again, that gold gap, man, building towards TLPH, and you can see how suffering this Barat is right now. How much is Barat suffering in that lane up against the Uranus. Sustained for days. Kelra too, man, getting bullied deeply, but level-wise, Kelra is winning, and Egatizi is just gonna shadow Kelra. TLPH might just wait for a potential move to happen. 17 seconds to the turtle, as King Bob or Sandford is just cutting the wave. And with that, he gets tempo. With that, he gets rotation to the objective, while the Barats will stay back. He will clear the wave quickly, and now Coaching side completed for Kelra. Is that a first item? Endless battle for Teddy on the Clint. So let's see if this fight will go TLPH's way or not.
Oh, and he's able to find the way of the dragon, but he's going to be cancelled out by Chessman in the end. King Bob very low, but that's going to be the jump. Over, another chomp over as well from Sanji.
Oh.
Objective went to the hands of BTRP that time. Good stuff from them, able to equal.
Okay, so now it's 1-1. The red tree battle. Van is able to
prove that his
red tree.
Whoa.
There you go. Oh wait, he had his red tree back up after that objective fight.
I don't think. Wait.
Or did he even red tree?
I don't think he red tree there. I think it was just like. Wait, Turtle 1 was taken by Liquid, right? Yeah, so.
Yeah.
I don't know who took it. I didn't see it, didn't notice it, but it was taken by BTRP according to the visuals. Way the Dragon Dough on Chessman. He gets away for now. Gets on the horse. Now gets the holy healing. He wants to go back in. Oh, Chessman's kind of crazy with it. Luke didn't want to eat him. Vas.
Well, Luke, a bit, I'd say, preserved so far compared to that Bratz game against YG. And they were able to force the 4-3. Might they be able to possibly go for the reverse sweep at King Bob? It's just going to disrupt the farming patterns of Van with the Herrera. That's a nice pickup right there. And I got Teasy looking for a pickoff again. Mind you that this Clint is not going for Purify, and you can't really go Purify as Clint. You need that flicker. It's almost like a Brody situation. So maybe Agatizi might want to peel his eyes towards that Clint. In the mid lane, it's all fine and dandy. Nothing too aggressive going on. But Sanford has the level gap up against the Barats. 9 levels with all the waves. He's able to cut it on bottom. Kelra is just going to answer for the push. But Kelra is 2-0. So this Moscow will always be the silver lining for BTRP as it scales into the late game. The Herrera as well still online. Roundel as the Lilia. When it comes to the late game, and the Lilia will sting. And you need to walk up somehow as TLPH. So this Lilia will just force you back and zone you out with the Glooms. Especially up against the Leo board with the short-range Clint. Oh, the Tona's welcome misses. Well expended. There goes the 2-man stun, but King Bob will go for the re-engage. Roundel gets the kill towards Raphael, but Chessman, aka Sanford, goes for the stampede. There goes Van in the backline going for Teddy, but Teddy's still able to peel himself with Ongwei Sheng. Backing up his boy. That's gonna be an overall win for TLPH.
Luke hit his head on the wall, bro. And then we have Van who goes in 1v4, but it didn't end up the way that he thought it would. Teddy just tied him up and straight into Ongwei Sheng he went. God. Team Liquid Philippines, man. They're smashing through. Now they're gonna take the orange buff. Revenge by Chessman. Van took the purple. Now Chessman takes the orange. He might actually have a say on the other purple as well. That's up in 10 seconds. Now Team Liquid Philippines, though. Melphic Roar already picked up by Teddy. This is kind of crazy. King Bob trying to use that tempo to open up the map. Gives Ongwei Sheng all the space necessary to walk back up, and King Bob is not done just yet. Goes into the purple buff. Now the holy healing coming down again as Carl Teasy still waiting for the ultimate to come back up. Luke holding in the mid wave. There you go. Chessman getting on the horse now with the Retribution as well. They're going to be able to take the purple buff away with Barats. Luke able to go for the chomp down, and Chessman gets shut down by Van as now Away the Dragon is able to lock Teddy QT down with the Holy Baptism. Smashes him in a bit. Kelra jumps in forward, but he does not do any damage for now. Respawn is available for JP. He gets it. Roundel actually was the one who took the purple buff there at the end of the day.
Man, that was actually a very good Tona's welcome towards Carl Teasy, just smashing him into the wall with the stun. But again, the resurrection is so good. Van will he be committed upon here? Has the iframes to escape from the pursuit of TLPH, but Van is actually not gapped that far in terms of that gold difference. Only a 300 gold
1v1
difference
top lane.
between the Leo Mord, but up top, it's gonna be a 2v1 initially. A 1v1 turning sour.
Oh my god.
BTRP, Chessman loses his mount. No, Phantom Stampede. And oh my goodness, they're losing hands up top. Chessman or Carl Teasy turning it around. That Phantom Steed might be not available for that last portion of the fight, but still he wins with the backup as well coming in.
It's a 1v1 Kelra versus Carl at the start, but then it became 2v1, and now... What? Luke just throws him back to the team anyways. He didn't want any of that. Yeah, 1v1 turned into 2v1 and then turned into 2v2. Chessman gets the healing. Wins it out in the end, gets both, and now it's going to be a free lord over to Team Liquid Philippines as Barats doesn't have the chomp. Luke's walking up, but it's not threatening at all. Well, you don't have the fucking... Oh, Kelra! Oh my god! Carl retrieved that, and still he lost. So Kelra able to find a win either way, even though he lost that 2v2 up top. What a fucking steal with the Spear of Destruction. He will die, he will pay for his sins. But god damn, that was a crazy steal.
Man, Kelra, when I saw that SOD flying past the players of TLPH, I was quite sure that that would be a Lord steal.
Wow.
Instinctively, I just thought it was going to land and it was going to get the Lord, but still, it's just going to be consolation. It's just going to be that one Lord, because TLPH still won the battle there. Wei Sheng gets the black shoes, but now can he escape? Here comes King Bob as backup, and now they want to turn around. TLPH less the healing, and they still work on the Lord, because this is still that early game Lord. Not too tanky, not too damaging, you would say. Is up top, it's going to be Carl TZ working on the waves and pushing towards the tier 1 turret up top for BTRP. TLPH now, they, well, you know, particularly in that fight, lost quite a bit of a tempo losing the Lord, because with the Lord, they would have been able to crack past all the turrets available outside of. Van just gets deleted like that. ENG might be next to the chopping block. Gets the shampoo, but can't run any further. And in the base, rather in the turret, that's going to be a 3-man stun with the Taurus Welcome. Here comes the spear. Kelra takes it and is going to go for more. Yes, man, is stuck in the menu, but Kelra with the shutdown. The healing is not good enough, and Kelra wants to go more and more. Triple kill for the gold standard. Can he prolong his life with a nature? But no, it won't be good enough. The magic damage from the Uranus goes through as Luke will tank the damage, but it's not going to be enough. Kelra might be the saving grace for BTRP, but the party gets crushed by King Bob.
It's so sad. He gets the win in nature. He pops it in time against Teddy, but Sanford does magic damage, so it don't matter at the end of the day. They'll still be able to go past him. Kelra needs a fucking chiropractor session right now. BTRP, they gotta fucking find some money to give him a chiropractor session. King Bob is dead.
Okay.
Bob, hey, calm down, man. But okay, respawn. It's okay. You know what? It's
Kelra.
Ong Wei Sheng. What are you doing? Kelra is actually kind of crazy though. He's single-handedly carrying this game. He's single-handedly making this game closer than it should be. This guy is 6-3-3. Look at his team. 0-4, 2-2, 0-5. Hello. Oh, wait a second. He might be goaded. He goes over to Chomp. Way of the Dragon as well. Kelra's right there. Chessman is dead. Van picks up the kill onto Carl TZ. And now it's Teddy getting a lot of damage away from those blooms. BTRP all of a sudden are back, and there's no respawn for Chessman. He's dead.
Yep, he's dead as of now. And Kelra at this point of the game can just 1v1 anyone in that lane. In any lane, particularly. And now they want to go for the Lord. Will this be a massive turnaround for BTRP?
Oh, they go all in onto Luke. He's getting chunked. Oh my god, this is a 4v5 chat. I feel like BTRP should already just be pulling the trigger in the 4v5, but they're playing so long. They're trying to go for the Retry battle. Way the Dragon. Oh, what a pick by ENG. Onto Teddy he goes. Now it's Van and Lord. He should be able to secure this one unless he fucks up the Retry, but he doesn't. On target about Kelra. Pulls or stops himself from going a bit too far. BTRP secure the Lord.
Man, Kelra is the defib. The last lifeline for BTRP, and on the back of that single play in the mid lane with the triple kill, he's able to reap what he saw, the fruits of his labor. BTRP are back in the game with a 200 gold lead, which is not surmountable, but at least you can see where BTRP is standing at right now. And this is where the Lilia gets very, very good, because TLPH, they will always want to gap close to you. Like I said, especially with the Leo Mord. And then you have the Valentina, who needs to land those Terrifies. This Lilia will just space them out. And Kelra can just play the game he wants to. He can go sneaky, he can go with the split push, and he can even land the SOD, just teleport behind them. This Moskov is just going to be very scary. But up top, it's going to be a 3-man stun with the Holy Baptism as well, but ENG gets deleted. Well, where is Kelra in the back? There's going to be dishing out damage. He's going to shoot down the players of TLPH, but no! Kelra has to, with nature, fights for his life, but dies in the hands of Chessman. And TLPH, on the back of a bot, BTRP engaged, capitalized on a possible turnaround, but on bottom, that wave at least will do some damage on the turret. But BTRP, they are yet to find clouds up in the skies, because TLPH bring on hell to them.
And they're knocking right now on the base of BTRP. They might be able to actually crack a base turret here with the holy healing as well. Roundel has black shoes, tries to go for the clear on the wave. Really good move by him. Gets the wave so low and stops TLPH from taking the turret in the mid lane. So good stuff there. Now the Flying Clouds getting them back into position, but TLPH just go for the purple buff and back away. Actually, purple buff into tier 2 up top, then they back. But at the end of the day, it don't really matter too much if it's just one guy doing all the damage, right? Because the one time the Team Liquid are able to just fully dive on Kelra, there's too many bodies. So the rest of the team really needs to try to peel for Kelra. It takes the whole team to also let Kelra carry. I think right now Roundel as well is starting to deal real damage. Bro's actually been silently scaling for the last few minutes.
Yeah.
And it's great for the side of BTRP. Now for Team Liquid Philippines, on the other hand, this looks very game if you're able to get that snowball rolling. But once the opponents are able to start clearing those waves, delay the game a bit more, that's where it gets a lot more dicey. And that's where Team Liquid are going to have to be a lot more careful now coming into the next few Lord fights.
Yeah, he's going to be the silent killer as well, alongside with Kelra. Maybe at this point, Kelra can also work on the side lanes. Or are they going to go for a pick-off here on towards Chessman? Kelra will be the one to engage it. Oh, look at the damage from the Moskov.
Oh, no
Is he
way.
going to take it? I don't
No
think
way.
he will. That will be too insane for someone like Kelra. But at least they have Prio on the Lord. Even if, you know, the Flying Clouds will help Chessman to go back, Kelra will always be there to cut down to the Lord. Let's see. The TLPH might find a stumbling stone, and BTRP capitalizing on the back of that up top. That wave is going to push, but Van will show himself. So maybe TLPH does something, but the wave down bottom might just break the inhibitor turret as this wave respawns as well. Now Phantom Steed pop by Chessman. He needs to be bobbing and weaving in the back. The Lord gets to half HP again.
The healing.
Finally dies for his sins, but Kelra still gunning down on the Lord. Van secures the Lord. The spear and the teleportation. BTRP stay afloat.
But TLPH were able to win the fight. The Lord goes to the hands of BTRP fan. Oh god, still able to get away with the help of the Queen's Wings. Now but Roundel has to pop in the black shoes again. Lord won by BTRP, but Team Liquid, through the healing, was able to win out in that fight, that long fight. Then the respawn so that Sanji can come back. And now this Lord will be easily dealt with. At the end of the day, though, I think it's still a big win for BTRP because they were able to crack that base turret down below and get the Lord. So yes, Team Liquid Philippines, they'll be able to clear this up. They'll be able to get some more gold in their pockets. But as long as it goes even later, I think it will favor the Moskov and the Lilia here for BTRP. The only question I have is, when will Luke be tanky? Because right now he's getting shredded so easily, even against this early to mid game comp of TLPH.
Hey, at least he's not building War Axe versus item miracle. Unlike previous. But yeah, this time he is going for those defensive items. But yeah, still, he gets shredded quickly, especially by the physical damage of both the Leo Morden and the Clint. But let's take a look at the item timeline here. We do see that both laners are indeed quite close. But Kelra did have the upper hand because I believe Teddy died twice in the laning phase. And Kelra was able to capitalize on the back of that 2-0. For the Moskov. And the Moskov is not full item practically. Berserker's Fury completed for Teddy in minute 16. With the Rose Gold as well, he's going to swap back and forth with the Wind of Nature, the Rose Gold. If he wants to sell his boots, he might go for something more defensive like the Immortality as well. But now, for the junglers, not much of a difference there. I do see Carl Teasy having the upper hand earlier on, level 4 with the Ogre Tomahawk. And then you go for the Immortality as well for Van. So now, extra bit of safety, but I believe that Immortality has been popped. So TLPH, they're going to take it slow because this time around, BTRP's bargaining power is that bottom side turret that has been cracked open by the minions. So thank the minions.
Look at that item timeline, though. We have a set items here for Van and Carl Teasy. You can see Carl Teasy in the bottom one, and Van is the upper boy. So Immortality on the side of Van earlier already popped, so he's going to be very, very careful here. I think for Carl Teasy, he actually hasn't lost his Immortality, so those buy and sells can come in very, very handy now coming into this later stage of the game, especially while it's all up on cooldown. BTRP, though, they'll be able to control these side waves again as long as Kelra is able to continue pushing. Now, I don't think TLPH will let that happen, though. That's the thing. And I think what's, I guess, lucky for Team Liquid Philippines is the fact that that bottom lane turret was the one that got taken down, the base turret, not the top lane. That's why Team Liquid were, you know, comfortable letting that go. But if it was the far lane, it would not be too, I think, much of a good deal for TLPH to let go. They rotate up top. Now they go into the Lord. They see Kelra up top. And I think they're going to have to just pull the trigger here, yeah. half HP, a quarter of HP. Oh my god! Luke able to find the missiles now to jump in forward. They're able to find Chessman, but he's able to buy the immortality. Like I said, always Shang picks it up with 2 red trees used up already. At the end of the day, it's the chase from the side of BTRP. They'll be able to get King Bob out of the way. Killing spree for Kavan. But now it's Wei Shang popping the black shoes. Now flickers out of the way as Teddy is right there. Going for the damage to provide covering fire. Good heal from the side of JP. Baptism lands as well. Kelra is able to pop him into nature. Now goes on to Teddy, but he pops him into nature as well. Able to get away in time. Now immortality. Holy healing coming around as Teddy picks up the kill on round and losing immortality. Buys the rose gold, dog. Oh my god. Chessman now walks walks Van better than Carl down. TLPH mechanically outplaying BTRP.
Oh, that was supposed to be the dream turnaround for BTRP. God. The Daytona's welcome misses. Luke chomps the Natalia down. And Kelra, he's just going to be left for the horses to feed upon. And this has to be the end game now. No Roundo, no Kelra, no wave clear. It's just going to be the Lonely Crystal among 4 players of the cavalry with the Lord
surrender
smashing onto it. And they even surrender the game. It's over. 3-0. Match point.